Hello, my name is Chadley. I work with Divi. I'm going to show you guys how to do a build-it-yourself sales sheet and explain how to do the customization and the tools that we provided and information that we provided to hopefully make this a lot easier and save a ton of time for you. So, particularly we're going to talk about the sales sheet with multiple images download. Now the first thing we need to address is this click to read guide first. This is very important. So this will be important to kind of go through, and I'll go through with you guys really quickly here. So we suggest that you refresh the preview every time you add or change something in the template. This will help you see your work kind of be created as well as ensure accuracy. It'll help you basically save some time and make sure that this is exactly what you want as you go through it. Another thing is the special characters. Now you can put bullets and registration marks, copyright marks, things like that within your work that you create. There's a certain way to do this, and one of them is to hold the Alt key and push in a sequence of numbers. Basically, you're putting in a code. However, there's an easier way to do this by just essentially copy and pasting, and we have provided in here a nice URL that will show you kind of a cheat sheet. So first we have a PC URL and we have a Mac URL, and these URLs bring you right to a cheat sheet which has a ton of different characters that you'll need for your piece. And on the left side, so the left side is the characters, and on the right side is the code that I was talking about. So you can either put that code in, or what I like to do is simply select it, copy, and paste it. So it's very simple. Now next we have hard returns, or your spaces vertically. You can create more spaces by just selecting or hitting the enter key twice or 3 times, however many spaces you'd like. And those are called hard returns, and that'll just put your vertical spacing in there. Indenting, we still have to use a space bar. A good rule of thumb is when you use a paragraph is 5 spaces. And these are going to be easier for you to kind of incorporate. There is a character limit within this body, these cell sheets within the text and things. So that is 750 character limit in there. We provided a couple of different screen grabs to show you exactly where you're going to find this, or a neat way to do this. So you can basically copy and paste your work into a Word document, and it will show you the characters that are involved, and you can hit this icon right here, and it will kind of go in more in depth. Now my version, it simply just shares it down here with me, and it's a very simple tool. It's a very nice way, and it'll save you a ton of time when you're building your piece. Another thing we're going to talk about is this image selector. Now this is going to be very important on this one because of the multiple images. A blue box is going to appear around the selected images in the order of selection. So if you would like to change the order of the selected images, you'll have to deselect all of them and select them again in the order that you'd like. And we'll go into that a little bit more in depth here in just a second. So let's tear right into it, and I'll show you exactly how to do one of these and kind of give you some tips. So right away we can change the background to red or blue. Now again, I hit refresh preview. You're really going to love this button. This is going to become your friend. You're going to want to hit this button quite a bit every time you make some changes, as we spoke about earlier. You can select or deselect Selector on here. And you'll notice that your header will always be centered within this color bar there. I'm going to show you really quickly also that cheat sheet, because you're probably going to use a copyright or something within there. So let me show you how to do that really quickly. Again, I like to copy and paste. So I'm just going to copy that, paste it, refresh my preview, and it shows it right away. It looks pretty good there, so we'll leave it just like that. This bold and italicize, normal, semi-bold, things like that, you can go down and select that as well, and that'll change. You can change the size of your text as well. I'll make that a little bigger just to show you really quickly. One thing to mention is that on this particular cell sheet, you're going to be justified left, meaning all of your text is going to be to the left, lined up. And I'll show you that in just a second, how it's incorporated, because again, this is the multiple image download, so we're going to show you how the images work. And let me skip to that really quickly so we can fill out this sheet and kind of explain how this is built. So right away, we'll select just some random photos, and you can see how the sequence of how I selected that was kind of weird, and I want to do that on purpose. So when you select these and show these, you can see how they populate within the sheet. That's going to be important for filling out the rest of your piece. So I would suggest doing the photos first, so then you can kind of see how everything else is going to work. Now I want to explain the sequence. Let's say I don't want this one here, and I'm going to select this one there, but I still want it in that sequence. I guess that's not a very good one there, so let's now you can see the upper picture didn't change. You're going to have to deselect these and select them in the sequence that you want them to appear on the sheet. So if you want to change that, that's going to be the best way to do that. So we'll keep those, and I'll continue on and show you this really quickly. So the subheader, and I'll show you how basically the spacing works as well right here. We're going to change this to a blue. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger just for the sake of the video. We'll do some body text too, just for time's sake. And I'm going to show you some bullets and show you how to do that as well. That's going to be a very common thing to do in the body. Again, we're going to go right back to that cheat sheet. So I'm going to click on this link. This shows me all my characters. Within here it has bullets as well. Here's one that's very commonly used. So we'll use that one. We'll copy that. We'll paste it right into where I want it. And I'm going to refresh because I made quite a few changes here. And now I can see everything how it populated. You can see how everything is justified left. My subheader spacing that I did on purpose is there, showing up. My bullets are showing up. So far it's looking really nice. Some quick action here to show you the last little bit. Again, you notice how they are justified left. Now, one thing I want to point out in the body of the text, you can't simply go through and bold one word within this body of text right here. It's all or nothing within this. And so you can't bold or italicize just one word within these pieces. You have to select all of them. So do keep in mind when you're building your piece. Hopefully that answers all your questions. If you have any other questions, definitely refer to this guide. It should answer most of them. Otherwise, feel free to call us, and have a great day.